Dr. Butler. Good morning, Dr. Butler. She's my teacher. She's here to make sure that I'm doing a good job.
She's my friend. She's here, she's my friend.
All right, so today we're going to first run through the Christmas song. So everybody stand up. Are we going to sing like this and not move our lips at all? No. Are we going to act really angry about it? No. If I'm your parent, I always want to see bright, smiling, excited faces. I don't want to see boring faces. So here we go, ready? Hands in your pockets. Ready?
Oh, come, little children, come one and all. Oh, come, little children, to answer our call. We'll sing of this season of joy and of light. We'll sing of this season so merry and bright.
Pluto, excellent job opening your mouth. That is super.
Oh, come, little children, little children, come. Oh, come, little children,
Eyes up here.
come one and all. Oh, come, little children, to answer our call. We'll sing of this season of joy and of light. We'll sing of this season so merry and bright. Oh, come, little children, come. Oh, come, little children.
I know there was no words. That was all you guys. I wasn't singing. There were no words on the recording. That was just you guys. I was. You're right. So that you would remember the words, just in case you forgot. All right. Everybody stand up. Join me at the board, please. Will somebody grab the lights? Guys, it's just a computer. Look up here. Scoot up, scoot up, scoot up, scoot up.
You need to be closer, please. You need to be closer, please.
Alright, so we have this book called Aw Tumblings. Has anybody ever heard it before? Raise your hand. No? It's filled with awesome poems that are all about fall, but there's something different about it, and the cover gives us some hints. So let's take a look at the cover. What do you notice about the pictures, about the way the words are written? Talk to your neighbor about it. Anna, can you talk to Spring? Sabia, can you talk to Anna, please? Children, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead.
And everything's swirling in the kid.
Yeah, they're kind of tumbling. Get it? Aw, tumblings. Everyone's tumbling. What's this big yellow thing right here? Leaf. Oh, and then this kind of looks like another leaf, don't you think? The words wrapping around another leaf shape.
Yeah.
So, this is by Douglas Florian. He wrote it. He wrote all the poems and drew all the pictures. I like that when the author makes all the pictures because you know it's exactly what they were thinking, exactly what they were imagining. So let's take a look at the first one. Aw Tumblings. Talk to your neighbor about what's different about the way this poem is written from what you usually see. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, go ahead.
Like the words are falling down the stairs.
Yeah, you're right. The word falls is written down instead of just straight across the page. So would you read this? Autumn falls in late September?
I
think there's a more interesting way you could read it. What if our pitch fell, like the word is falling? So autumn falls in late September. Let's try that. Ready? Autumn falls in late September. When Miss Meyer and I read this, we always pretend to be British too. Like, autumn falls in late September.
I think it gives more interest to the poem.
So let's try it. Now you get to be British too. Ready? Autumn falls in late September. What about this line down here? As autumn tumbled into snow. That's not very interesting, is it? As autumn tumbled into snow. Try that. Ready? As autumn tumbled into snow. But we still have two boring lines. What can we do with these? Let's see.
Make them squiggly.
Yeah, we can't make them squiggly. So let's do something different. What does this say? Where did all the green things go? So it's kind of, something's lost, right? Guys,
Oh, I gotta go.
ready? This is gonna be cool. What if we made it an echo?
Oh.
So instead of just one person saying it and us reading it all together, we did where did all the and it echoed throughout the room. Here, we're gonna try it. If you sit in the first row on this side of the room, raise your hand. You are group 1. If you sit in the back row on this side of the room, raise your hand. You're group 2. If you sit in the front row on this side of the room, group 3. And if you sit in the back row on this side of the room, raise your hand, group 4. Okay? So here's what's gonna happen. Guys, look up here. Here's what's gonna happen. Kendra, eyes up here. When I hold up the 1, the first group will start. Where did all the green things go? When I hold up a 2, the second group, the third group, the fourth group. But they're going to layer over each other.
So we're kind of doing like a round.
Yeah, kind of like a round. So, are we going to use just a regular speaking voice?
No.
What kind of voice do you use when you're using an echo? Go ahead. A whisper voice. But if I just use a whisper voice, can you hear me? Maybe. What if it is half whisper, half speaking? Where did all the green things go? Let's try that. Ready?
Where did all the green things go?
Awesome. And at an echo, does it always just stop right away, or does it kind of fade out?
Fade out.
So what if the first and second groups went, where did all the green things go? Let's try it. Ready? Let's just say it all together. Here we go. Ready?
Where did all the green things go?
Awesome. So, Miss Meyer, will you be with group 1? I'll be with group 2. Groups 3 and 4, you're on your own, okay? And even though, pay attention for a second, even though another group is starting, you still say the whole phrase, okay? So when the other group comes in, don't stop what you're saying if you're group 1. Does that make sense? All right, ready? Let's try it. Ready?
Where did all the green things go?
That sounded pretty cool. That sounded pretty cool. Let's try it one more time. Ready?
I didn't hear group 4.
Who's group 4? Raise your hand if you're sitting in the back on this side. There's not a lot of you, so you guys got to be a little bit louder, okay? Here we go. Ready? Try it again. 1 second, John. Ready?
Where did all the green things go?
That was awesome. All right, so we've got one more line. Tony, what's up?
I was gonna say for where did all the green things go, we can go like that.
Looking for it? Ooh, I like it. So he says we
Wesley
should look
did that as
for
well.
it.
I like that.
Awesome. So now we have a time to savor and remember. How can we make that more interesting to listen to? Any ideas? Yeah, go ahead.
Say it in Irish.
Okay, maybe not a different answer. What if we split the 2 groups?
Yes, say it in
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If we had 2 different groups. So this side, you guys will say a time to savor and remember. Let's try it. Ready? A time to savor and remember. All right, we've got the whole poem now. So let's try and read it straight through. When we get to this part, remember to watch for your cue to come in. And at the guys, Tony, at the very end of this echo, you have to watch too because everybody has to come in together for the last line. Ready? We have to read. And when you start a poem, you always have to read the title too.
And what do you do at the end? At poetry readings?
Oh, at poetry readings, you don't clap at the end of poems, you snap. All right?
Yeah.
So let's try it. Ready? Aw, tumblings. Autumn falls in late September, a time to savor and remember. Where did all rainbows go? As autumn tumbled into snow. That was pretty good. Oh, it was snapping in. Yes, you're right. Thank you for reminding me. Very nice. So we've used different voices. We've layered our voices. We've done different groups. What if we had added instruments too?
Yeah.
Okay. Think about, don't talk, think about what instrument you would use for which line and why you would use that instrument. Think about it first. Think about it first, Tony. Raise your hand if you have an idea. Yeah, go ahead.
Falls, we could bang the drum.
Bang the drum, why?
Because if on falls, we could keep rather than falls.
Like you're falling down and tripping and falling? Okay.
And you make a big
What drum did you have in mind, Wesley?
A hand drum or one of these?
I was thinking of one of them.
Okay.
Oh, those are.
All right, so we've got the first line. Who has something for the second line? Raise your hand.
Oh.
Go ahead.
For as autumn tumbled into snow, we could use a drum for when we get to tumble, because when you're tumbling, you hit the drum.
When you're tumbling, you can. Okay.
Yeah.
We already have a drum on falls though. That's kind of doing the same thing.
Does the guy come up with something?
What if you did that on tumbles, and for fall we took a xylophone and went all the way down like you were falling? Could you do the xylophone there? Okay. I got it. What kind do you want? Were you thinking a wood one or a metal one?
I was gonna say that.
Okay, so we've got two more lines. We've got a time to savor and remember, and where did all the green things go? Who has ideas for those lines? Yes. Pick something different. We already have drum. Caterpillars? Okay, yeah, go ahead and grab one. All right, last line. Where did all the green things go? What should we do? Go ahead.
I'm thinking, where did all the green things go? We can like with green things.
The finger symbols? That's cool.
Yeah, because
You know what else we have? To go with your finger symbols is wind chimes. Take a look at these.
Oh yeah, that would be a good one.
When playing the wind chimes, it's gentle with your finger, but then what's important is that when it's time for them not to play, your hand goes against them to mute them and to keep them from moving. So who did you have for this?
Volunteer to play the wind chimes?
Nope.
I saw Harry's hand first. All right, so now let's add our instruments. And if you have an instrument, you should remember to play it for your line. So think about it.
The
Who's
whole
doing
line?
Let's see. Autumn falls in late September. Should we play for the whole line, or should you just play on falls? What do you think?
The balls.
I think the whole line.
The whole line, yeah.
Will you be starting at the short bar or the long bar? Could she try that out to figure
Yeah.
out which show's showing?
Let's read it together so that she has an idea what she wants to do. Ready? Autumn falls in late September.
Okay, so Hila, I can't hear you, so you're going to need to play a little bit louder. I would even suggest this. Okay, so we're over here. So you're not just hitting each one, you're just kind of going back all the way down. Try that. So you don't have to cross your mallet, but you can do it like this.
That's nice. That sounds nice. Let's try it again. Ready? With tequila. Ready? Autumn falls in late September. Very nice. Who has the time to savor and remember? The caterpillar? All right, let's try it. Ready? A time to savor and remember. Oh, that's right. We're doing two groups. Let's try it again. A time to savor and remember. Are you doing savor and remember, the rhythm of those words? Okay. Where did all the green things go? Oh, make sure you're not touching the metal part of it. Just pinch the top.
Whatever you like.
There you go.
Either one.
And you're going to go for the whole line, right, Harry? What, are you going to hit on a certain word? Let's try it. Where did all the green things... Guys, look up here. Ready? Here we go. Ready?
Where did all the green things go?
That was nice. That sounded cool. All right. And as autumn tumbled into snow, that's you, right?
No.
Whole line.
Yeah.
You're going to drum really loud and softer. Okay. Want to try it? Ready? All together? As autumn tumbled into snow.
You can even do it louder at the beginning.
All right. Whole poem. Everybody looking up here, remember? We're doing 2 parts for the second line. We got the echo going. Instrument people, you ready? Autumnlings, autumn falls in late September, a time to savor and remember.
Where did all the green things go?
As autumn tumbled into snow. Guys, there were maybe 2 people reading with me. Everybody needs to read all the way through. Let's try it again. Ready? Autumnlings, autumn falls in late September, a time to savor and remember.
Where did all the green things go?
As autumn tumbled into snow. That deserves some snaps. That was good. All right. If you have an instrument, give it back to Miss Meyer. And if you don't have an instrument, go back to your seats. All right. So we created a really cool game for you guys to do. Everyone's going to be in a group, and you're going to get a bag. Inside the bag, there is 1 sheet of paper with a poem written on it, and just a random selection of instruments. Some you may have seen before, some you may not have seen before. First thing you're going to do, reach in, get your poem. Your poem is from the book, but it's not the same one we just did. So the first thing you and your group are going to have to do is read through your poem. Think of different voices you can use. I know the instrument bag is really exciting and really, really interesting, but what was the first thing we did all together? We thought of different voices, we layered voices, we split into groups, right? We did, yeah, we had accents. So the first thing you guys got to do, figure out the voices that you want to use. Who's going to read what line? Are you going to take turns? Are you going to read it as a group? Are you going to whisper? Are you going to pretend to shout? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Then, once you have that all worked out, you get to play with the instruments. Whatever is in here is what you get. You can use body percussion, but you can't ask for anything extra. You can use everything in here. You can use nothing in here. Stop. Okay? So, if there's anything in here that you don't know what it is, raise your hand. Miss Mary and I will come and show you what it is. Show you how to work it. Any questions? Kendra.
What's that instrument in the bottom corner?
We will talk about instruments
When you guys all have
groups. I'll get.
At the end of class, you guys are going to perform it for everybody else. Okay? So keep that in mind. You guys got to focus because you're going to have to perform in front of everybody else. Okay? Any questions? All right. You're group 1. Don't move yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Tony. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Don't move yet, guys. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. Don't move yet. This is station 1. Guys, sit down. This is station 2. It's about the piano. Station 3 is by the door. Station 4 is by the sink. Station 5 is by the reading chair. And Station 6 is in the center. Quietly move to your stations and get started.
Thank God I Thank God.
Have a seat. Okay, so just read quietly. First thing. Read through the poem. Thanks, Jasmine. You don't even have to tell me that. You can just read through the poem.
All right, you guys read that.
It happened.
Isn't that clever?
I see that you have some words that's written, right? Stay away. You guys go
This is a rattle. You can also do this.
First, we can't play.
You guys can get Oh my
Stop.
How many of you have figured out different, guys, stop talking. Instruments down on the floor. Instruments down on the floor for a second. How many of you have figured out different voices to use with your phone?
I'm still hearing instruments, Miss Rice.
All right, if you haven't figured out different voices,
I didn't
make
hear
sure
your
that's part of
question
it.
though, because I was still hearing
I said,
voices.
how many of you have been using voices in your phone? Different voices, layers, echoes, that kind of thing. All right, if you haven't, make sure you add that. You guys have about 5 more minutes to finish your poem.
I saw one group decide to put some movement into their poem. Excellent
cool
choice.
too. But you, just so you know, you have 5 minutes to have everything figured out, okay? Instruments, voices, movements, all of that. So go. Can't figure out how to figure out your poem, you guys have about 4
Yeah.
Okay, Serena, place them. Don't drop them.
Now, all your instruments should be down. I need a group to volunteer to go first. Oh, everyone's ready. We'll just go in order then. Group 1, you're up. Everyone else, go back to your seats. Watch out for instruments on the floor.
Please go back to your seats. Mono, instruments down. Oh, group 1. Sorry.
You guys are up.
Sorry, Anna.
All right. So, you guys can put the poem right here if you guys want. All right. What is the name of your poem? Hibernation. You can start whenever you're ready.
Chipmunks, woodchucks, all sleep late. Do brown bears hibernate? Moles and just do bears really hibernate? Moles and wolves in burrows, crawls. Do brown bears slumber when it falls?
All right. Group 1, Group 1. Pick one. Group 1. Guys. Okay, you're done. Pick one person. Put all the instruments back in your. Put all the instruments back in your bag. Okay. Group 2, you guys are up.
Everybody else go back to your
Everyone else
seats.
go back to your seats.
Sabrina.
That one. There's a bomb. That's TNT.
Dr. Butler.
Then
One person. All right, Group 2. What's the name of your poem?
What to do with autumn leaves?
Whenever you're ready. All right, guys.
Petro. Snatch. Pick it out. Snatch them. Drop them. Stop them. Throw them. Heave them. If you want to even leave them.
All right. Cassie, will you take everything, put it back in your bag? Everyone else in your group, go back to your seat. Group 3, you're up. Third grade. The 2 groups that have already gone, you guys did great, but from now on, speak a little bit louder when you're grouping presenting, okay? What's the name of your poem?
The colors of autumn.
Colors of Autumn. Whenever you're ready.
Burnt amber, burnt serene, Mars red, orange honey, silver gray, and olive green, maple's yellow, tangerine, a touch of black, not too much blue.
Hold on 1 second, guys. Hold on. Cassie, just sit down for a second.
2 people have told you to wait.
You're distracting from the presentation, okay? Just hold on 1 second. Go ahead, guys.
Autumn down to
Now you can go ahead and put it up. All right, Tony, will you take all the instruments, put them back in your bag when you're done? Okay? Make sure you don't don't get your palm. Group 4, you're up. Serena, please sit in your chair. Thank you. All right, wait. What's the name of your phone?
So, go flyer, kite flyer, leaf dancer, seed prancer, hat tosser, earth crosser.
All right, Kendra, will you take all the instruments and put them back in your bag? Group 5, you're up. All right, group 5, you ready? What's the name of your poem?
Up and down.
Up and down. All right, everyone, eyes up here. His foot caught. All right, whenever you guys are ready. Cassie, don't play with the carpet. Thanks.
Up in a tree is teaching Jay, is teaching others. Stay away. Down on the ground, a quiet squirrel buries acorns for after referral.
Thank you for waiting, Kendra.
Serena, will you put all the stuff away and everybody else in your group go back to seat? Last group, group 6. Johnny, I know what you're going to say. It's not your problem. It's my problem. All right, group 6, you ready?
I have a question.
Oh, Carrie, wait for everyone to be quiet, please.
Autumn question. How does a leaf fall from a tree?
It happened automatically. How does it find a new location? Naturally
Falls from
automation.
All right, Carrie, will you put all the instruments away? Everyone else, look over here. Think about, don't say it out loud yet, think about what was hard about that project. What made it difficult for you? And what did you really like about it? Think about it first, and when you have an idea to share, raise your hand. Cassie.
It was hard because everyone didn't know when the lines were in their power.
Some part was when you had to play the instrument. So maybe if we had planned a little, if you had a little bit more time to remember, like, you're going to read this line, you're going to read this line. Okay, go ahead.
It was hard because, like, no one was saying scared
Okay, so again, maybe a little bit more time to plan.
It was easy. It was like, I liked it because we all got to take instruments that we never used.
Yeah, new instruments. Go ahead.
It was hard because there were a lot of instruments and some people didn't know which instruments they were going to use. And it was